It is so good to see you.
And you.
It really is. It's fantastic. And I'm so glad that the show is just, it's like you've never been away.
Oh,
Isn't it?
you.
It
that
really
feels
is.
like that to
I
us,
bet
too.
it did. And had you been in touch with one another all that time that you were away? You still were, because you're pals, you're friends.
Yeah, we email or
Emails.
lunches or whatever.
But we had not been in the same room.
For
the
10
four
years.
of us, for 10 years.
Wow. And that was when you did the whole kind of election, getting
Yeah.
people,
Political video,
wanting
yes.
people to get out and vote. You know,
Yes.
that was the whole thing. That was so good. That's when everybody just thought they've got to get them back together.
That's
So it
really
was-
the whole reason.
Yeah.
It was President Trump.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's, yeah.
We were kind of hoping to avoid that by way of that video. Clearly we didn't have the
Everything
desired
was
effect.
going so well.
Oh. But did you not sing with him, Megan, in real true life?
Yeah.
You did?
Talked for a long time about that.
Yeah, they did this dumb thing on the Emmys one year where they had people come and do theme songs from popular old sitcoms, and normally it's something that I would immediately say no to, but they said, do you want to do, as Karen, the theme song to Green Acres with Donald Trump, who at the time, in 2004 or something,
Yeah,
was
it was a long time, yeah.
sort of, just the host of The Apprentice, and we all thought that he was just sort of playing some kind of caricature of
sure.
himself. But alas, that was not the case. That was actually the real person. But I did do that with him, and he was in overalls and a white T-shirt with a pitchfork and a straw hat, and it was
Very
a thrill.
presidential.
Yeah, it was a thrill.
Goodness me. And who would have thought, if somebody had said to you back then, one day this guy's going to be president of the United
No,
States of America,
no,
you would have just
never.
thought it would be
No.
ridiculous?
If people say it to me today, I still
I
don't believe it.
I don't either. I don't.
It's
I
truly
don't
embarrassing
feel
to
like
come
he's
to the
actually.
UK. It's embarrassing.
It is.
truly
But we're
is.
allowed
And
into the country.
Oh, you are very much
I
so.
think that the newscasters here, even on CNN, the UK branch of CNN, they're treating him with. They're acting like he's actually like a real politician. He's not. So you guys can just let it fly.
I think he's
because
probably-
they've given up in the States. Like the newscasters are just blatantly, calling him out.
Not enough.
Not nearly
Yeah.
enough.
Well,
that's true.
UK voted for Brexit, so we'll just
Yeah.
leave that
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Will and Grace.
Let's please talk about Will and Grace, absolutely.
We're
Now,
bringing laughter.
massive fan of the show, and I have to be honest, a little bit nervous when I saw the first episode was coming out, and within, I would say, a second and a half, I just thought, it's
What's taking so
all going to
long?
be fine. It's
Yeah.
all going to be fine, and it is. And I don't know how you've managed it, but it's actually even better in some
It
ways.
feels better.
Yeah.
I think the writers are really self-aware. They're self-aware of the characters. They make the characters self-aware of themselves, and they write a lot of the times what the audience is thinking. And even though, the fact that we're all older as actors now, they wrote that into the characters, and there's dialogue about that. So I think that helps relieve some of the
The
same
show
fears
is
that the audience
still
had.
a comedy and it's farcical at times, but I think it, at the same time, somehow has a little more depth than it used to.
No, I
Yeah,
see.
just in this first season, we've tackled
Yeah.
some things that we used to have to do 22 a season, so there was lots and lots of froth and lots of silly. This is more concentrated now, so every episode has something that is topical and
I love Jack as a granddad.
yeah, that was very moving.
Who would ever have thought that was going to happen?
I also
know.
think that part of the reason why it feels better is because we've had all this time away, and we've been able to appreciate it in a new way. And coming back was our choice, and so I think there's a freedom that we all have. Like it's just pure play. Like this is the icing on the cake. Like we're getting away with something, having the opportunity to come back again. And I
No,
think
exactly.
that kind of freedom is sort of.
For sure.
And you must be so pleased with the reaction of people who absolutely love the show, and a whole new audience, of course.
Yeah.
Because there'll be lots of people watching now that maybe missed it first time round, or they're just finding out now. And
We have live audiences, and we always did, but they were of a certain age at the time. Well, now I feel like some of them are so young because they discovered it after the show went off the air
Right.
in reruns, or their mother loved it, and so we're kind of cross-generational now in ways I didn't expect.
And it was pioneering, and still is.
Well, that's our hope.
Yeah, but it's incredible that you can do something that is so funny, but it is educational, because when you say, oh, this is enlightening and educational, everybody goes, oh, okay, this is going to be a slog. And it's not. It's funny. Okay. And Karen, I mean, listen, she's Donald Trump in a frock with a martini. We shouldn't like this woman, but we like her. You can't help but like her.
Yeah, I think as obnoxious as she is, it's not, she thinks she's providing a public service, but of course she's offending everyone that she comes into contact with, but she doesn't really know that she is. And she is, you know, she's having a good life. She's having a great life.
She is, and she's oblivious.
She's living her best life.
She absolutely is. And I love the fact that Rosario got a name check. That was really nice. That you know, sort of acknowledge the fact. And there's a new one for her to insult, which is just fantastic. Amazing stars you had in the past, and amazing stars in this one too. And that shows the success of a show, and people are just queuing up, you know, to.
Yeah, I think the word got out there years ago. Early on, certain people showed up and spread the word that it's a really fun week, that the writing is great, that the writers won't let you down, and that we as a cast will hold you up. We were never exclusive. We were always. So a Michael Douglas or a Matt Damon comes on.
I love that episode.
They have a great time.
Yeah. And Cher. And Madonna.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't just kind of turn up to anything.
No.
You know, they really have to really, really want to be there.
Yeah.
And for it to be written beautifully for them, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I think that it all comes back to the writers. You know, the fact that, you know, Karen can be so egregiously horrendous as a human being, but we still love laughing at her. I mean, all of us, the writers, have found a way to balance the flaws and at the end of the day come out with the funny being like the end game.
And what I love about the characters is they all are flawed, of course, every one of them, but that friendship and that love between them, you know, it's a family. Yeah. It's absolutely a family, isn't it?
Jim Burrows, who's directed all of our episodes, has said that the show really is about friendship. I mean, it's not a show about being gay or, I don't know. It's a show about friendship.
Which I think is why this
unlikely friendships.
This is landing in a different way, because the show lasted long enough that people kept asking the question, when did these friendships end? I mean, how long can people live together? How long can people work in an office when they don't need the money? Well, the answer is, apparently, a long time, and not in a pathetic way. We had our loves, we got divorced, but we always had each other. And so I think in a weird way, being older strengthens that whole friendship theme.
And in real life, IRL, we've all known each other and been friends for that same amount of time. So it's
20 years.
It's true.
Yes.
But we must see more, surely. You guys are all up for it, I'm sure.
I absolutely.
Yeah, we're doing
We're
a season
second
2.
season,
Yeah.
And there's talk of beyond. So
Fantastic. Would there ever be a Will and Grace movie?
No.
Go on.
No,
come
those
on.
don't work.
Well, sometimes they do. Sometimes
See,
they
our
do.
show being a 4-camera sitcom in the traditional way, where we have an audience, and the few times we've shot scenes without that laugh, it feels weird.
I think there could be a Will and Grace Broadway musical.
Now that would be good.
That could happen.
That would be good, because I loved you in Smash, and that was
Thank you.
fabulous.
Thank
So,
you.
and because I love shows where it's the show behind the show,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
which was great. And was there not talk sometimes, Sean, that there was going to be a spin-off? There was going to be some sort of spin-off, or was that?
I think that was more talk of other people. I don't know that it was
Right.
talk of
Right.
anybody in the business or anything.
'Cause-
But which was flattering that
Yeah.
you know any combination people wanted to see spun off. But I think it only works here.
I think
you know?
so. I
Yeah,
think
we all each need the other to shine.
Because Jack and Karen would be a great idea, but
We're spinning off Will and Karen.
okay.
We just hate each other all.
And
all
what
the whole
happens
episode.
in that
But you love
spin-off?
each other, really.
We just don't speak. We aren't in the same room at the same time.
It's really
and
just,
we
I have my
don't
own show, you have
speak
your
to
own
each
show,
other.
and then once in a while we pass each other, and you
It's
call me
just
Wilma. and that's the
just
end of it.
me at home and you at home, but we never have any interaction.
Never make it past the pilot.
But you text.
We text the show.
We FaceTime.
But I'm delighted that it has come back. I really am. It was a show that I absolutely loved, and it's great to have you guys back.
Thank you
It's
so
just
much.
so
Thank
good to have you back.
We're
Thank
so
you.
glad to be back. We're having so much fun.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Thank you so much.
Thank